Hello and welcome back to another art lesson with Mr. Dalby. What I'm going to demonstrate now is I'm going to talk about the proportion diagram for the face. Now you should have at this point your knowledge organiser to do with portraits with you, so you can use that to help you. In the slide show, basically you can choose this diagram and you can copy it, but you can also, if you want to, copy me and pause my video as I go along and copy what I'm doing. Okay, so that is what I'm going to demonstrate now. So first of all, what you're going to do is you are going to start off by drawing an oval. Now, an oval is quite difficult to draw. What I may do at these points is I would turn my page around, but what I want to do is I'm just going to again put my hand in the middle of my page. So I've got the first half of my oval. Now, a little tip for you, if you are struggling drawing the oval, the way I've rested my hand on the page, I'm drawing it from the outside. What you can then do is you can actually turn your page around and then just draw the other half of the oval this way. Sometimes people find that, I find it a bit easier. I'll try and get these bits, these sides, pretty much exactly the same size. Now press quite lightly with your pencil. Now again, I'm using a harder pencil, softer pencil here, so you can see it, but there's your idea. So essentially, I've got my oval, turn it back the other way. So again, there are lots of different hints and tips, or tricks I should say, for trying to get your oval. Now the first thing you do with this, now you can use a ruler if you want, but you don't need to. You're looking at this and you're going to draw a line down the middle of the head. I would find the chin to start off with, it's easier, we've got our chin, and draw a line up, straight up. Now, I'm just going freehand, because, you know, artists don't really use rulers too much when it comes to drawing the portrait. You've got your first line, all you're then doing, you may remember, is you find halfway down, you make a mark. Again, don't push too hard with these lines, because these lines will eventually be rubbed out, and you would draw the line across. Okay, then you look down the middle of this line, you look halfway along, you make a mark, and draw a line across. This line's not very straight up here, but we'll leave that for the minute. Then you look down here, you go halfway down this line, make a mark, and draw it across. Really, really simple. Then you look in your next set of lines. Now we're looking at going vertically. You look halfway along this line, make a mark, and you go down. Now, what I've said to you before, really and truly, it should be halfway along here as well, but I'm looking at this, I can tell that this side is much wider than this side. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to measure with my fingers, measure like that. And then I'm basically making a mark. So my distance is there, if you can see that. So there to there, like that. And then I will draw a line going down. So there's my guidelines essentially. And again, if you want to think about where the hairline is, the hairline, you can put the hairline if you want. If you measure that gap there, you measure that with your fingers, it's from this part, the middle to there. So again, I'm just going to make a line there, and that should be where my hairline is. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do probably a badly drawn face, but you could then start to put on your facial features. You can use the knowledge organiser sheet to help you. So again, when you're drawing the eye, start off with the iris, the circle like I showed you before. Well, remember this in class, we've done it quite a lot. And then you're going to draw a line that cuts through the top part of the eye. Okay, draw another circle for the pupil. And again, lots of people's eyes differ. I'm just going to put in roughly an eyelid. But what I would also do is I'll take my rubber and I'd rub out that top part of the eye because you can't see through that. Okay, then I want to make sure, remember there should be a gap of one eye between the eyes. So measuring it, you can measure it, you can use a ruler if you want to. I mean, I could be really precise here. I've got a ruler to hand. Measure my eye, now that's 3 centimeters. 3 centimeters, and I can make another mark for the 3 centimeters. Really handy. And my line is almost pretty much in the same, so I've kind of got my eye in the right sort of shape, and then I would start to draw, roughly draw the shape of the eye. Put the iris in. Put the pupil in. Moved it over a little bit. Okay, then I'd maybe start putting in some of the other facial. So if you're looking at this, obviously this is where the nose is going to go. The nose, we could put some extra lines here. The width of the nose, we know it fits between these eyes here. Again, it varies, it changes from person to person, but these are generally the recognised rules. So again, with the line, three lines I should say. And put this temporary line in here. This line wouldn't stay in there. Okay, then I'm going to put my mouth in. Now again with the mouth, if we've looked, I've showed you before, the edge of the mouth actually lines up with that part of the iris. So I'm adding more lines as I go to help me, to guide me with this. So again, with the mouth, very much similar kind of shape. People's mouths vary. Okay, head's floating a little bit at the moment. I'm just going to put the neck in just to give me a bit of guidance because I might put in a neck in. Again, if we're looking at eyebrows, if you measure the width of the eyebrow, the eye, it varies from person to person, but if we measure the depth of the eye and we go up, the top of the eyebrow is about the same. Okay, it feeds off of and just put in a bit of the jaw. Got to colour in the pupils. Again, give a little highlight for the eye. Got my hairline in. Just going to do a very simple hairstyle. Not too worried about the hair. More like the idea of looking here at the then with the proportions, we look at it, if we take the proportion diagram we talked about, the ear connects to that part of the head, so it lines up with that eye. And it comes down, joins up there. Okay, don't worry too much here about doing a really detailed portrait. We're just really looking at the proportions of the face. So there we go. Very simple portrait. See what you can do. Try to get the proportions quite accurate. Oh, I forgot to put some eyelashes in. That's why it's looking a bit strange. Put some sort of eyelashes in. Talked about these before. My eyelashes curved down, so I'm just going to put eyelashes in very similar to mine. Some at the bottom. Okay, you can look in the mirror if you want to. You can draw a self-portrait. You can use that to guide you. You can get a photograph, look at a photograph, go from that. Okay, and then I would probably rub out the lines. But you see, the guide was really to show you the lines, to sort of refresh your memories. So there you go. Okay, have fun and goodbye.